Good day, everybody. Gonna wash my hands here real quick. We are going to be finishing up the bacon from last week. It's been curing for a week. I took, just give me one sec here. This is going to be our pancetta. Okay, so that just came out of the cure an hour ago. I just kind of had it on out at room temp. But here's our other bacons. There's our maple with the Huppy's Beaver Rub. And then this is just your regular standard run-of-the-mill peppered bacon, okay? So these guys, I pulled these guys out a day ago, and they've been in the fridge for over 24 hours, just getting a pellicle on them so the smoke will stick to the actual protein, to the actual belly, let's say. And it also kind of leaches out that briny flavor out of it. You know, if you've ever had kind of briny smoked fish, you know what I'm talking about. So these guys, I'm going to smoke these guys for about an hour. And then probably going to bring them in or do them on the barbecue indirect heat wise to bring up that internal temp to about 140. Just to give it a good starting point for when we cook it off. Okay, so that you will not see today because there's no real easy way of me pulling the camera off and walking it out to the smoker. But I will put up pictures of the finished product there. But what we can work with right now is our pancetta. So like I said, I just pulled this out of the cure. This has been going for about 9 days. What are we? 8 days right now. So I'm going to rinse it off just to get rid of some of this other stuff off. And it'll make it a little easier to manage. It won't be quite so slippery. So I'm going to do that right now. Give it a quick rinse, and I'll be right back over to it. And this guy, that's good enough. This guy's not smoked. This guy's just gonna hang out, literally hang out in, I've got a wine fridge downstairs. It keeps everything at about 45 degrees, 45, 50 degrees. This guy's just literally gonna hang for a couple weeks after we roll it up. So I'm gonna grab another towel here. That's gonna give this a little dry off so it's easier to manage. Then I will do this. I've got my Make Your Mark Woodworks cutting board covered with plastic film right now. I don't want to get a whole bunch of belly into it, belly juice. So that's why that's sitting there. Okay, so we're just going to dry this guy off. You know what? I may leave that towel right down there. Let's see. Yeah, that'll give me a good grip. The plastic film's a little slick. So we're going to roll it up belly side out. Okay, so that's going to be the outside of it. But let's give this a little bit of seasoning action here first. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of nutmeg. It's already got pretty awesome flavor going in there. I'm not going to go crazy on the nutmeg, just enough to make you notice. A little bit of onion powder, not salt. It's got enough salt in there already, so just the powder. Okay. Spending my whole time rinsing my freaking hands off because I didn't bring any gloves. They're sitting downstairs. And then I'm going to crack up some bay leaf. And we're going to put some bay leaf in there too. They'll soften up over the next couple weeks. So let's give those a nice little crack. Trying to get them fairly small. Okay. Take more time than I just did there. You could even have this stuff ready. What the hell? It's called mise. Of which I really didn't have any set up for this one. Okay, so now what we got to do is roll it up and secure it. So traditionally, butcher twine. Not difficult to do with butcher twine. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass because you don't have 3 hands. So what I use, you're going to think I'm nuts, I use zip ties, man. These things work great. So I don't have super long ones right now. So what you do here is just build long ones. Okay? Now I got a long one. It'll probably do it, but we'll see where we're at. So I'm going to build, let's do 4 of these guys right now. We'll get that going. Could have done this beforehand too, couldn't I? 2. 3. And 4 coming up. Make sure they're both going the right direction. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to keep these close by just in case we need to add one more into it. And we're going to know here real quick. So, let's roll. Your aim is to get this sucker as tight as possible. Okay. So you can see I'm using a fair amount of pressure here. Oh, look at that, how beautiful that is. I don't care who you are. That is good looking shit. Ouch, I whacked my head into the friggin' hood fan. Okay, so that's a good start. I'm going to secure. We're going to be able to do it. I'm going to add one. I'm going to add one more, so there are going to be 3 lengths of zip ties onto here. I'll try not to hit my head on the friggin' hood again. Okay. Just going to lift this guy up real quick. Put that back down there. And I'm going to start at the middle and work my way out. And you can kind of just do each one of these guys so you don't max out any one spot. And we'll go back and granch these guys down after. You can really tighten them up. You can really cinch them up this way. Better than only having 2 hands when you need 3 to do the butcher twine method. Okay. We'll add another one. And we'll just go on either side of these guys. Keep them about, go for an inch apart. That being said, I might need to add. And then I'll just kind of get these guys all dialed in. And then I'll cinch them all up. Should have probably preloaded a few of these beforehand. So like this guy, now that, so we got that first week on it. And like I said, it's going to cure. We're not smoking this. We're just going to hang it. So it needs to cure for another couple weeks. And that'll get rid of all that crazy saltiness that's in there right now. And then it'll be ready to go. And don't worry about, like I said, I'm using a wine fridge. It's not stupid cold. This is preserved. That's why they used to cure stuff, to preserve it. So I'm not worried about bacteria and stuff in there. We've got a little bit of that pink salt in there as well to help mitigate any of that stuff. Okay. I'm going to build one more up for this end here. I know it looks bizarre, doesn't it? What the hell's he doing with zip ties? And that one's backwards. And then we'll give her a granch. Okay, and on this last one, like I said, we're going to hang this, right? So we need a hook. So you can make one out of coat hanger or whatever. Actually, probably not coat hanger, just because it's got that goofy coating on it. So this is a little stainless steel S-hook from the dollar store. You get like packs of 6 for $1. So I'm just going to get this guy tightened up a little bit. My hands are getting a little slick, so I'm going to bring in my handy pliers, my little side cutters. Then I'm just going to insert this little S-hook before I tighten that one right down. Okay, then it's got somewhere to live. Cool. Now we're going to tighten it all up. Isn't that cool? Isn't that way easier than dinking around or trying to find somebody to hold my knot while I'm trying to tighten it up? That one's pretty good. And this one, I'm going to flip it around to the other sides, and we're going to be good to go. Let's do this one up. So see how nice and tight we can get that this way? It's not a terribly interesting show, but it's kind of cool. Especially if you've never made your own pancetta before. Okay. I am very comfortable with that. We've got a nice tight roll as I drop it on the stove. Now I'm just going to trim these guys off. Ideally. My little side cutters aren't working great, so let's grab the poultry shears. Let's get the big gun out. Okay. Let's trim these guys off. Just watch, like when you trim them, I'm sure you've all worked with zip ties before. They can be a little sharp. There we go. And one more side. And there we have homemade freaking pancetta. And so in a couple weeks, we'll play with this guy. We'll do some, I don't know, we can do all kinds of crap with it. Customarily, we could do carbonara, pasta carbonara. That'd be a good one to do. And there we have it. So I'm going to get those other cured bacons, the maple and the pepper, out on the smoker here right smartly, because I got to go to work in a couple hours. And this guy, I'm going to hang it up downstairs in my wine fridge. Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody. And we will talk to you later. Cheers.